Huh. Hey, look, it's Cornelia. Your guy does a little spinny thing when you hit the cancel button while running. Use your arrows initially to target things on the direction pad. That's an obnoxious Windows feature. Checking to see if there's Swift shoes. There are too many shouts. I didn't feel like scrolling all the way through. I tend to skip unneeded crystals. So in a fresh character, if I'm in a hurry, I don't need the one by the Mog House. I try not to use Mog Houses. I try to only use what do you call it? Norg. Or the Porter Moogles. This crystal, for when you're getting into Norg, though. Cornelia Street and Groundhog Day had a baby. Seekers. I mean, it's just like a, hey, there's a frontier over there. You want to go claim it? So if you're just trying to get to 100 and you want to enjoy the storyline in full, hit the maybe later button. It'll tell you where to pick it up. It's over by the gold smithing area. There's like I think there's a book there. Right now we're doing this first quest. Make this your home point. This is that first quest. There's a bunch of quests they've added to the UI called Records of Eminence. And they give you all kinds of stuff. Experience points and free currency for teleporting places faster than you ever could go before, that you don't even think about renting a chocobo anymore. get XP just for talking to the crafting people. You don't have to sign up. There's no super XP ring yet. And I don't know that you get one every quarter. But usually about twice a year at least. They might have changed how they did it. misplaced a cable. Uh-oh, Mog tablets are in the wild.
No, seriously, kid, though. No. Testing. Who's the fairest of them all? We are family. There you go. Yo. 2 red boxes that you bought. I can't tell if my USB cables are the reason. And or. My dad was like, you better not miss electricity that we take for granted at outdoor weddings, right? Yeah. And he identified what it was right away because he was like, oh, come on, generator anymore. Even bother right now with this one. I've added them to the Sephora list, but I know them from home, so nothing enjoyable from the traditional moment of church service that you care eloquently, pretty melody. So it doesn't even matter. It goes to YouTube. I don't know, about an hour of gameplay the other day was 2.5 gigs. Over. It's one of those. If those weirdos know how to keep gangs from blooding each other up during that, I don't even think most of us thought that we even had a moment. Being it like, you want to go to breakfast in the morning. It was, well, we go to church, you get free breakfast. Like what do you actually want them to think I'm that pig? But I'm not that pig. I'm somebody who would be like, if we go to church, you get free breakfast. Like, people looking over your shoulder, I want them to think I'm that pig, but I'm not that pig. I am somebody who would be like, if we go to church, you get free breakfast. Like what do you actually want? I still haven't made you do any yard work. Record thing every day. Just that's how much it cost. Yeah. I would say when they finally. And I'm like, I was like, go digging on all of this. Like, she didn't do her homework either. She's wife. Yeah, we'll just post date their license for her. That way, going forward, 50%. I'm willing to do for the church that I wanted to make. And maybe in this Schindler moment, and it was like. I'm an insane crazy browsing. History I see is horrible for everybody. Not officially. 5 phases of like really more. Life has been so. It's not even negative. Bros makes me to just like reinforce like I an acoustic dream. No, so you could seriously like buy a 6-foot cable, this thing, that's all. Whatever's on the. And in regards to electronic accessories, bunch of like, dude, do you want to have a gimmick? Do you want to for the go? Man, we played some absolute together. Whatever. I was like, oh man. My niece would probably like it. I don't know if I. 9% chance you're gonna fail at solitaire. I'm like, first available card, left to right. Oh, shuffle. And now look at his life. I will have disappointed another person. Here, I'm looking at Carmex. I'm just wondering. I deleted it. I don't know. His daughter could be drinking. No. All I've got prove the way that our back to shrunken. The area she don't want to quit for other paranoia way. Strain based like the Alien Rock can. Golden Goat is low enough in T. Yeah, so that's the thing. So it's like they're actually, but it became like a major pipeline for like, whoa. Your heart just, if you're getting like, oh my gosh, to touch upon the be this budding love story.
3 hours, 22 minutes, and 56 seconds of absolute horse garbage. Horse Duke. You want Dookie? She got Dookie. She gets all the Dookie she wants. She could have her Dookie over there. Okay. So we're a little backwards if we're doing a speed run here. To do the Fields of Valor, now to do the Grounds of Valor mission in your quest log, it only pops up after you've undertaken that and after you've killed one enemy. So you get an immediate 500 XP for grabbing this book over here. There can be bots. We're not going to do the whole thing. We're just going to kill one thing. We're going to assume that there's bots everywhere. If he hits us, there's a chance we can get the heal without, if we've leveled enough. But all right. Now we can grab this. We grabbed a instant warp, and we grabbed that instant warp. And then this quest, if you don't want to take forever to level and every single other thing in the game, you do this quest. This saves you time on every other thing you have to do, and it's part of the XP bonus key items that you get. And as far as I can tell, somebody followed their dreams, and a bunch of people got a headlock wrapped around a psychopath. And was like, no, trust us. We know what's good for you. Just this one time. So the philosophy at the very beginning is pretty much get your remnants of records of eminence down, talk to Goldova, put up with the sappy girls hollering on the sidelines. Cancel that because that one's undertake, and then this one is complete. So I come here for the Goldova mission, or Godavo, whatever. There you go. Oh, well, yeah. Now you just have to start it. So there, you got that. But you need like a weapon skill level in your main thing before you can go to him. So when you go to him, you get a free XP ring, and you get 1800 XP total, I think, throughout the whole quest line, if you do it right. So in general, I hope by the time I killed 10 enemies in here or completed the book twice or whatever, it doesn't really matter. My axe level got to weapon skill level. Same thing if you have super XP weekend or you have a ring or whatever, you end up leveling so fast. On a very brand new character, you don't have any of those bonuses though, so you want to maximize whatever like extra pipeline here to get levels. Some of those padding levels just from going to the crafting headquarters and just getting that free XP, that just puts you in a situation where you don't really, your evasion's too high for the mobs here, and there's not really anything to it. You're just trying to get high enough level to get a full team of trusts and weapon skill before you go to Kronstadt Highlands, which you'll have to do a couple other things for that little quest line. It's mostly get the XP XP ring you get pretty soon after this thing. Full team of trusts. If you do everything right, back and forth between the Dem Crystal and whatever, you'll find yourself in a position where you've got 1800 XP, you get a re-raise ring, and something else. There might be more than 1800 XP. That might be the final total in the last two quests, and you'll get like 1,000 gold or something, which whatever. But after you do a few extra quests here in that new quest line, teleports and stuff become very cheap, like unimaginably cheap. Welcome to Time Out, the urban musical. In theory, like if you were getting if they were getting a bunch of crits on you and you just moved them around on the map a little bit, wouldn't they be re-rolling on another table altogether? Like both characters were super whiffing right there, so I changed position just because I was like, I'm tired of watching not just me but the bats whiff. And then the one thing I was going to say about after the Highlands, you should have enough conquest points to get a warp ring to have 2 warps on cooldown all the time. And then remember, if you're trying to avoid too many, yeah, if you're trying to lower the number of times you're in the same zone twice, then you try to get this quest done while you're already here. caught up on your Mark Twain catch-up quiz? No, I'm only up to Dean's bad haircut. And everybody is behaving poorly. So, I don't know. I've been on the Instagram. Show me your recording setup from last night. I promise I won't judge until it's 2025. Jeez. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. If I give her a baby, it'll probably be like twice her weight by the time it's like 9. So then you gotta make her really meaty so she can kill him if she has to. She's like, I see you enjoying looking like a scrawny little boy. You only need to get buff by the time you need to be able to choke out your son. That's fair, right? See, he made me the tailkeeper, and, well, yeah, all of her, what do you call it? She's like, I can only speculate how awesome our life is going to be, but look at this green car. Like, you're only there for mimosas, right? Yeah, what? Yes. No, just give him I don't have the time or patience to explain why I don't have the time or patience.
missions to explain, and they'll be like, cool. Sounds like he's busy for a while. Yeah, we really should have hung out more. Like, no duh. Right, All for One is active without having to call a trust out. Interesting. Oh, because he did all the things. I don't think it benefits you in teleport money at all, though. If you were to do it as soon as possible, I don't think any you don't get enough accolades early on without the bonuses. Bonuses in the dailies. So you pop Najee out. And then, let's see, how do we want to do this? I only want Valenerol, so I'm not going to click all these. But now that you've called him out, you get that reward. It gives you a new, you get a bard, you get a white mage, you get a killer tank, you get a scholar, you get what's her face, you get the frantic what's her face from the Bastu missions. Oh my gosh, that mission. That I leveled Black Mage to beat that mission. So there are 3 really tough, like you have a timer on 3 different missions. I still haven't done the Windy mission. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pick Windy in the past and do the Wings of the Goddess, like as soon as I want to unlock Dancer, which might be what I do. I don't know, I picked Warrior like an idiot. Well, let's see. You want to be dressed to the nines for... I'm going to do the 3 chapters of Rhapsodies in somewhat of like an order. Chains of Prometheia. I'm gonna leave a job at 30. I think 25 is the Promies. Because the Shadow Gear is 24, I think. Or the Iron Ram Gear is 24, and the Shadow Gear is 25. I went in there with the Iron Ram Gear and took a lot of hit. But it's a boss. I know they would complain because you're Galka. And I'm like, that's why I got the hit points. Because I can lose more of them. Like, I don't know. There's some like here, can you get through the first level of chess in public? Yeah, okay. Weird. So you get Valenerol's alter ego, you have to trade that into this guy, but you can only do it after... how do I want to do this? You can only trade it in after you go back to Najee. You have to go back to Najee. But I'm going to go ahead and... you get adventurer points, I think, during this time of year. Login points. You're given 500. So the distinction between Anniversary Week and Christmas was always Shantotto. Airship's here, we gotta wait a few seconds. Shantotto was the distinction, but they started releasing her in the February and August updates as well. Shantotto is key to setting and breaking the record. Simple as. But you can practice, you can verify all year round now, every quarter. So you've got the May one has significant XP boosts that they don't break the system or require using trading or anything. So if you stagger all of your bonuses, I think you can break the record on White Mage. Right, don't get that crystal. Gonna go to the Festive Moogle? No. Greeter Moogle. Shantotto is 300.
they didn't have them. Okay. That's 300, and then after all the testing, there's still a few that have really fun character to them. Right now, like Shantoto and Luciv are hands down the absolute best you can buy out the gate. There's not enough chemistry between some of the story ones to justify any of it. They don't have any behavior that, like, it's not that they, I shouldn't say that, but it doesn't seem like any of them have, like, so Luciv, it is not mentioned on the wiki. And I probably could have gone and edited it, but it just sounds like too much work. So Luciv, and then I don't think anyone else on here is really, yeah, you just really want somebody. Like Lion would be guaranteed treasure hunter without having to wait until unlocking. And I still want to do some testing with regular Nausea. I would probably say for treasure hunter purposes and proceeding with the XP boost of the Rhapsody storyline, treasure hunter at 15 is ideal if you're having a bad time with drops. Those things can be like 40,000, I think, on this server. At least last time I was here. Is there an auction house over here? I'll regret not having this home point, and I don't feel like farming coffer keys. If I feel like getting my artifact armor, I'm not sure. Oh, I forgot to talk to Kuldavo. Goldago. Alright, so now you do... Yeah, right. Do the wall for one and one for all. Isn't that the way that it should be? Exactly where he's at in the storyline. His hair is so bad that all you girls didn't say nothing about that gross, wet dog look that everyone rocked for forever. You have hair during this era, and this is how you are using it. No. You have hair during this era. And this is how you were using it. Yeah, at least be Travis Kelce about it. He was like, I don't know what to do with this. I have 50 Norsemen chanting my name in in the nosebleeds when you look at my beard, and then look how good the top part of my head looks. Good grief. Yeah. The most hated white person in the world just for how good looking both halves of his head look.
So he did Flaviria, right? Because it was the bird camp. Because the bird camp is that epic that you want to see it. I don't think the bird camp and the quick drying up of those bird camps it's just not. Unless there's that bird camp you could do. Was it a 72 or 73 bird camp, isn't it, by that tower? I don't know. You would kill so fast, though. You would kill faster than any. You're like, I got double bard, double warrior, double. Like these guys are just using weapon skills and melting the creatures in like 40 seconds or less. I had chain 135 on Dark Knight when I came back to the game, and I was like, who needs friends? Yorin Orin for solo content. Sylvie's kind of interesting, awesome. For all casual, like non-actual, not super challenging, but you don't want to have to be paying attention too much. A Pururu. I really want to find something with Invincible Shield and the rest of the Musketeers. Like, if those weapons, those are legit weapon skills, and for him to not weapon skill reliably, what if I test him the whole time? I mean, I have no idea what to do with him, because those are two killer weapon skills to have, and he just sits there on his TP. And this is her nerd dream? Alright. Whatever you do, don't go down Cornelia Street this year on Christmas. Whatever you do. I hear you've decided to join my backbreaking unity. Well, what have you got to say for yourself? And she goes, nope. Run away. Impudent cretin. You say, sir, when, oh yeah. Andy holds on to his TP. Oh, that's right. You got that right, superior officer. I don't remember him being a psycho. Oh no, that's the only thing we remember. Absolute psycho. Sometimes wears pants. Alright, your Unity accolades. You need about 4,000 to 5,000 to do what? To actually use the person you were just talking with. Like, okay. Invincible Shield. Merciful with the axe weapon skills. Good grief. South Gustaberg. Sea monks. If we'll see. We can try to pop what's their face. Buff allies might be Warcry. I'm not sure. So you can do it fast once you have like an AoE. We'll just do the two conflicts. So we'll do Southern Gustenberg conflict. We'll just run in a direction, hitting things. Oh shoot! But we have to finish our. No, we need our. We need our trust loadout. Whoops.
All right, to do a trade, you target the guy over here. Then you open your menu with square or triangle or Y or X. And then you start giving him these ciphers. I need a tissue. I need to blow my nose. They didn't give us any special. Maybe around February. Sometimes one of the dudes, one of the directors, he's got a character they let you have, and he's like way OP. He can open and close skill chains like nothing. I'm not sure if I can get another one till 25. We'll go ahead and grab Lion while we're at it. I'm gonna teleport to Leaping Lizzie and kill some lizards and try to get these two quests out of my thing. So I'm gonna go to Igsley here. This is normally where I go if I'm running to Dangrif Wadi. I probably could do it now if I wanted, but it's not in the rotation. They want me to try to go get Leaping Lizzie. This would be South Gusta, and this is normally where I go when I want to do the quest for Bastu. So it just shoots you right over there. even your free chocobo won't get you all the way over there when they give you that adventurer chocobo. Lion has treasure hunter, traditionally at 15 like a normal thief. I don't think any of the treasure hunter characters get it before 15. Maximilian seems superior. And what's his face? Fab Linux. I forget where it was mentioned that he had treasure hunter, but it definitely has treasure hunter. The goblin. I prefer him because he doesn't have too many weapon skills that can interrupt early on when you just want to kill fast. I think I have to go to my Mog safe, so I'll wait till I get to Norg to get the clothing. I don't want to be bothered with cutscenes. Oh, for one, I guess. So we're halfway, I think, to acquiring our Unity person. There's some kind of bonus on the Unity rewards. So we'll warp back, grab a warp crystal, now we'll go to the marshlands and zone in versus being ganked by that goblin before we can call out our trust in that tunnel by that monument. They just drop you on a goblin fisher. Like, what a weird... Just get rid of the goblin. Oh, wait. Jennifer. I think the game does want you to go into the zone and check the enemy to flag that Goldago mission. I'm pretty sure. And I think it might be sometimes the one reason I don't get the quest to go through is because I didn't go out there, check it, then kill it, but then it's all bugged afterwards. At 15, we'll just call Lion out for the treasure hunter. A lesson in pain. What's her problem? She wants more Cornelia Street? Judging by the trajectory of the backup she called in. Go, go social network. Go social network rant on her. No. Yeah, the funny part is there are days where she's like, I don't think you're allowed to just be happy for everybody right now. I'm like, I'm trying. What? What does working on us look like today? Episode 2700 and I don't mind toggle, so if you like toggle on your macros. Like toggle made it seem like the MMO had reached like Chrono Trigger status. So it's active time battles. And you can have your decisions, like just waiting there. So instead of worrying about diving through 5 or 6 menus like Final Fantasy 7 or 8 or something, you just hit a button. And then if you want to like scroll through the sets, you have to hold the trigger down. We got 10 of those. Yeah, but you have 20 sets of 10 now, or 20 sets of 20 now, I think. It's insane. No, like, yeah, but everybody uses a third party, like, shoot, they use the third party thing to fix certain things in the game. So you can't even complain anymore. They're like, I'm not cheating. I'm keeping the game alive so our children have books to read. Because what if they ban Harry Potter? There we go. We got one bee pollen. And I've run out of room in here. Unequip everything. Oh, goodness. Throw everything in the wardrobe that you'll use. It's just defense, right? I don't need that. Actually, always leave that in there. Warrior can't wear that. Just mod case it. Don't forget to put some things on. There we go. 2 of them. Pretty decent drop, right? Because now we're at 15. You can just pull Lion out, I guess, if this guy doesn't drop something. Luzif doesn't do enough at this level. But at some level, he just becomes OP. Anytime you're in a camp where you've got a lot of TP, he goes on autopilot. So if you have 100% TP, he will open a skill chain the moment he gets there. But you can use that to your advantage by just always having TP and never weapon skilling after a certain point. And then teaming him up with somebody else who just does mega damage. You can, with some of the free ones that they give you, get into like this circle of skill chains, which you can't really accomplish with. There's 1-2 punch type of weapon skillers in the roster, and then there's that. There's the very old school, like level 1, like constant skill chain until a mob is gone, which is still fun, and it's still pretty fast. That would be like, that's like the fireworks run, where you just like, you want it to look as beautiful as possible. You've got all the mods, right? You've got all the upscaled mods. You're running it through a dedicated capture card, right? Then you set up that party, and like it'll be most of the main story characters, and they literally will sit there like it's a Japanese XP party and just skill chain, skill chain, skill chain, skill chain, dead. Just, it's really crazy to play the game now. There we go, and that was maybe her fault, but maybe not. So we got our what you call it? We got Omar Gaddafi just running around the highlands over here. He's like, my favorite color yellow too. Yeah. Oh, down with central banking. All right, let's see. Nothing here. Now we just need level 18. So we're at 15. Since we are at 15, this is for sub job. You, let's go dunes. We'll just walk to the dunes. We will kill every greater, onyx, and veteran on the way. And hope for fetish pieces. And then that's it. I've never gotten all the pieces before moving on in Kronstadt. However, in the Highlands. So I am curious to see, like, I don't know, that would be crazy RNG. So you come out here, you need the 3 bee pollens, which that's a great drop rate that I just got. Like, more than 50%. Got, like, after grabbing the Dem Crystal. Yeah, you already have to come out here for a few things, so I don't even count some of the footsteps in the zone towards certain destinations later on in the storyline that I'm preparing for as any part of the wasted time in this zone specifically. We're only going to the dunes for let's go do that quest though. Here, we'll get the book. We'll get the survival book. We'll get the survival book. Well, no. Let's just do the dunes on the way out there. We want to be level 18 before we go into, what do you call it? This is a long walk too. I know. When you play the game the way it used to be played, it's infuriatingly slow. I would get so excited to see another person playing this game, because I would play at night. And I had nothing but like Brits and stuff on my server. I started on Odin, but it was too full, and they were like, so when I came back stateside, I was like, alright. I logged in, and it was like, we're giving free server transfers away. We feel that this server is large, so if you're a newer player or whatever, so transferred to Remora, and then they shrunk a bunch of servers, but Remora became like the end game server, and it was really weird because there was like a very elitist portion of the player base. It was like very bad at the game. Oh my goodness. And I don't know. It's a video game, it's not real, but sometimes I wonder how much my patience would just test it with stuff like that. I'm like, this is a video game. I'm like, why is this so hard for you guys?
Well, it's not only that, but like MMOs are still brand new. This is still like This is Evercrack on steroids. Then WoW drops. Then everybody, yeah, it's very normal. 10 years, 15, 20 years later. But back then, it's like you're in like this is like the frontier of this is Pioneerville, if you want to have anything to do with it. If you zigzag it, it's a duet. Double duet tans. If you get those bee pollen at level 4, you can do the quest I'm walking towards. And the only reason I'm slow in my roll is if you're gonna want sub job eventually. I'm gonna probably do no sub job. I need to get time splits for job change, no sub job, or original class. Oh wait, though. Hold on. We'll take the book back. I gotta make sure I do Goldago's quest though. Or welcome to your first Dunes party. And I need 3,000 conquest points before I can go back to Bastuk. How's that sound? However, this is like all even match. Like, look at all this stuff right here. It's even match. I have an XP ring. You're not gonna get any XP chains, but like, this is how fast. So Valenarol, before he gets provoked, it's kind of funny. You walk outside and he just starts murking everything. So if you call him out at like level 9 or lower, like he only has a set skill list at level 1 of that insane weapon skill. So he just goes boom, boom, boom. They came with their bombs, boom, boom, boom. She grips with the tongs. Too soon. Boom, doom. Maybe the goblins were a challenge. Like, I know people are like, wait, this is a Dunes party that you didn't do nothing. I didn't stand around. I didn't shout. This guy seems tough. I only got 4 in the party. Everyone's equally leveled. The computer characters have accuracy and attack levels at best in slot gear for their character every time they get pulled out. So you go, oh, my guys are whiffing, but you leveled up twice. It's like, boom, call them out. Everybody's got better accuracy. You need to be 18 to do the sub job. So what I normally do if I'm grabbing sub job is right. So let's go ahead and do that. If I was grabbing sub job, I'm not going to grab sub job, but I will tell you when At a certain point, you can just go over right away, immediately, and get the sub job. Now, I am close enough. I don't know if some of these things might ding me into sub job level, but sub job level is 18. You can't turn it in or acquire it until you are 18, but you can get the key item from the quest that allows you to skip doing the 3-item turn-in thing. However, because of some of the XP bonus, I'm not building up conquest points fast enough. And a warp ring is like 5,000. Right, so you got Goldago finished doing his Highlands thing. I can smell that. Blah, blah, blah. Get to talk to him twice. It sounds like he thinks that you didn't go the first time. Oh, nope. Yep. So it bugged out on me. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll probably have to go back there for something. Man, I don't know though. I'll have to go there to level Beastmaster or whatever I get. Alright, so now we are in the I don't want to traverse the cave and the dunes, and this is always it's always like Bastook in charge of the are they in charge of the outpost out there? Can I teleport to the outpost for free? Can I teleport back home? Like literally 11 turned people into grown-ups. It was very weird. Very weird. The video game literally made us think about everything. Like, everything you put into having a good day. But it was like trying to traverse your own hometown on the public bus. Alright, so you can get that cutscene at level 4, I believe. So if you, like, cause I think I got to level 4 just, like, doing some of those talk to this, talk to that, talk to this, talk to that. So you could, in theory, have the key item, like, or, yeah, so you buy 3 bee pollen on a brand new character. I don't know, it'd just be interesting to see. But you wouldn't want to waste an XP ring because you can't level twice in a single swing of the swing. You can get to 1 XP away from Ding Ding. There was a brief time when I was leveling Dark Knight after getting all the last XP thing, where I think the XP was glitched because I got to level 4 or 5 on 1 character in Dangrif Wadi. I didn't report it because I didn't even think about it. So then when I went back, I was like, oh, I can only level 1 time per kill. So the bonuses, after you get all your key item bonuses, using the ring at earlier levels is a waste of time until a certain level, like maybe 36. You would just use an Empress band if you have it. If you were literally optimizing like the rest of your bluing out your jobs. That's sad. What am I looking at? What is... Yeah, it says Dean's Bay 25. Dean's Bay? Uh-huh. I don't know. Acting like you never started over, psycho. Alright, Gilgamesh's introductory letter. You would walk over here. Go down here, and then down these stairs. And this guy, he'll do that, I feel like that's a Mike Myers movie or something. The actor is like, yeah, I used to know Grace. So you talk to this guy. You gotta be level 18. I'm a few points off. And I don't think I'm gonna do, I think they're asking if all the map places are the same. Paco Mart. Wait, no, Paco Mart's the NPC. I think.
think there was some maps you can get. You can still get maps in coffers. Yeah. So I just I don't buy maps anymore. Sometimes I do if I think I'll get lost in. It's like always at. Let me talk. Oh, the door. What is it? Like Back to the Future or some crap? Yeah, then you have to go on a dating simulator with the blonde one and Adeline. I think you get a really special item if you're like, yeah, but you can't be sarcastic with her. It'll break her heart or some crap. Yeah. I don't know, some like little bracelet. It was pretty decent. I should have it on Dinger. It wasn't OP or anything. It's not like you can redo that quest line. They just like reward you for being extra nice to the princess. All right, that's your experience points boost key item, and you can now call for trust instead of 3, I think. So we're gonna head back to
That's the overwhelming thing about the population of that server is they're just shouting all day. I think when you're in Sandy, they might do local yell or whatever. I'm not really sure. What we need instant warp. Grab that. We're going to go to. We need anything? Should we grab? Do we have an upgrade axe in this level range? It's 13. 276, 18. I should be doing the highest damage rather than the highest auto attack, even though I'm only using auto attack. Yeah, but long term, I would have more higher first hits. Because the length of the fights sometimes are outrageously fast. Let's see what they got in the 20 range. I'm usually delay, like whatever the lowest delay is. Yeah. It's almost 3 seconds, right? So then you have nearly 3.5 seconds. 3 more damage, 3.5 seconds. So another 30 seconds, or 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, no, 3.5 seconds. Another half second, and then it goes right to Scythe. I don't know. I care more about wearing a pick and a tomahawk before I never wear that style again. How to join the alright, Igsley. Where are we going, Igsley? Marafatad. Should be it's probably 125. Is it the Marymount? Yeah. We'll find out real quick.
I forget there's like no noise other than like wind in this zone. So when I came back to the game originally, I saw there was some kind of unique fight that they had just made for Lion and the Shadow Lord or some crap. And then I came back and never did the fight, but I was just sitting there thinking, like, the one thing that I still don't have figured out is I'd like to do some of these battlegrounds, but nobody plays. It's like nobody has a character ready just to do, like, quarterlies. Two hours, 34 minutes, and 47 seconds. I have 4 people partying with me, fully geared. They have all the accuracy they need, the food, whatever. They know how to do skill chains. I don't have to wear nothing. That's how good they made the trust system, that I just go everywhere naked. And since I'm naked, I just make everyone else, like they at least get their race-specific small clothes. But this is just walking around with my weird battle harness. Now I've got to go get my chocobo. You can get your chocobo in less than 6 minutes. If you have the items now, instead of, maybe not 6 minutes, but 15-minute ordeal. Then you can get it, 15 minutes if you count the raptor, the personal mount. You get a free personal mount. You're like, that's not a thing. Nobody watched it this far into your video yet. And even if they did, they're like, nah. This game doesn't have mounts. You be quiet. Like, I'm running this into the Mac to record it, right? It literally looks like like using the dongle I bought, it looks like it did on those old systems. It's almost like there's limited color and contrast on the. Then there's even weirder stuff like the full screen optimization in Windows. In a lot of games, extended periods will Final Fantasy 14, the screen still dims. I was like, all right, I can't do it because I have to touch the touchpad every 90 seconds. So I don't have time for that. Gotta hit the button, Jack. Gotta hit that button, Jack. Man, I miss Jack. Anyone else miss Jack? Good grief. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, and then homie was like, no, this is really happening. This is not a joke. And I was like, it's either happening, or if it is a joke, it's because some little groundhog likes to multitask. That's all. And so it's expected behavior when she thinks we've got to really wait. Supercross 2. Yeah, so it'd be like Supercross 2, but Lucas is jealous of him. And he's a primary suspect in causing the accident, so he could be the man on the course. Yeah, and then we shrink Jack down into this little robot that also drives dirt bikes. His memory recall back in the day, it'd be insane because he's like, no, it was like this, and he remembers every single rev of the engine, and you're like, this is the best storyteller ever. So we in the yard, literally, he was like, he wanted to talk. Well, he just wanted to talk about dirt bikes. And one way of talking about dirt bikes with so much enthusiasm was talking about that movie. And so we were in the yard, and it's probably one of our most productive days. And he literally tells me from beginning to end the whole movie, and he's pumped about it because he loves dirt bikes. And I literally just listened to the whole movie. So then I go watch the movie on YouTube, and I'm like, this dude, literally. And I was like, man, if he and Oliver were in the same room, I'd be like, you two right now, I'd pull a gun out. I'd be like, podcast. You guys tell me, yeah, while I point a gun at both of you, which is something I'm totally against. I'm like, tell me a plot of a movie that I haven't seen, any movie. I want both of you to feed off of each other. Just be like, yeah, oh, then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. And then I immediately have to watch it with my eyes taped open, like Mel Gibson in Conspiracy Theory. And then I just give my first impressions. I'm like, man, that was really good. You guys are really... I would literally listen to that. Nobody understands. Yeah, but you might get sued for telling the plot of a movie. I don't think you can. There's too many podcasts out there already doing that. Like, let me catch you up. This is what happens in the movie. I'm about to spoil it for you. It's not that very good of a movie. It's just I wanted to make a point, and not enough people know the analogy. And welcome to repetitive daydreaming. Welcome to Cornelia Street. She hates coal. She hates lumps of coal, and every year, whatever you do, do not give me Cornelia Street again. Do not give me Cornelia Street. Oh my gosh. If he doesn't give me at least Cornelia Street, we are in like a serious, serious debacle. Wait, he finally explained how to do play online a little bit. I bought another copy. We can screen grab the whole thing and like you can edit it if you want to do it professional on your channel. Yeah, it's just a matter of like you just do it in one take. It literally does take 15 minutes if you know what you're doing. It was an experience though on like consoles back in the day because you also had to have a computer ready to do all those things. Well, you kind of didn't because there was a browser built in, but it was trippy setting up Play Online. Like this October 13th, 2007, I set up Play Online. And I'm excited. I am terrified because I've already played the game and I already know like we were doing everything wrong. Oh yeah, we're like, it was okay. So me and Oliver are in his little rich kid movie theater room, right? And we got it set up. We spent it. 2004, 2000. Oh, I bet he could. I bet they still have the info. I don't even know what he named the character. It's just funny. Anyway, so took us like an hour to set it up. He's running back and forth like, Dad, I need your credit card. Oh, I need this. It's like, okay, cool. Then we pick Sandoria. I'm addicted to the music. The theater room is really like your first impression of Final Fantasy XI. You are literally you're in a bedroom built to be like a movie theater for a guy who just worships an epic storyline, right? The sound, it's an overhead projector. You're like, this is crazy awesome. You get through the Play Online experience on a theater in a theater with I don't know how many years to it. I probably have 8 years on them. You're like, all right, let's this could be cool. No, there's no tutorial. There's nothing. We're just running out there. We are just getting owned by these rabbits. You just go outside of Sandoria. It's like dead. Oh, I'm going to try to kill that orc. Dead. I'm going to try to kill that scarier looking orc. Dead. This sheep kicked my butt. Oh, man. Is there anything that we just... And I was like, I think they want us... I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. Like, we should kill the stuff closer to the building. It's like, that's stupid. I want to go over here. So we're like running over here. And we're just running the path, like stay on the path. Maybe it's safer. It's like you have to kill things on the way to things, but you don't actually. There's a whole lot of standing around in the game. I was like, all right, if I need to, there's a bunch of jubs around. Just this is a Conan O'Brien production. What do you mean? Because I won't pick a side? I appreciate We All Grieve Different. That was a sick song, actually. A lot of that album was sick. I liked it enough to listen to it in the ghetto, through the PV, out of the shed, drunk on the porch. Including that skit where you two are yelling at each other and then you just start going to town. I don't want to talk about how embarrassing I have behaved, just to give everyone the loudest microphone from where I grew up. They'd be like, wait. Yeah, I did a first listen through on Mr. Morale. That was the loudest I think I played anything. And then they start yelling and then they start banging. And I was like, I did not just throw this at the apartment complex across the street. Sorry, I realized I was being Nurse Betty, and I was like, I need at least 3 before bed. It gets dark. I think it's just worse that we do daylight saving to begin with. Like, why does it have to change? It is gradual all year. Our moods change. We get thoughtful. And then we go ka-chunk, and we force it to go forward in the spring. And then we and then we do it again in the fall. And kids, like George W. extended it like over 2 months, I think. So they have made it like dark and dreary and pathetically morose during the hardest times of year, artificially, by making you look at the summer and the spring and be like, oh, but we get all of this daylight. I just want to be your drunk uncle forever in certain situations. Do you need a drunk uncle? You need a grown-up. Oh, for crying. I might have left my Netflix machine at Red Lobster today. Their mobile actually works pretty well. I got it for altitude. I'm very impressed. No, because when I'm actually out doing stuff, no, in that moment, I would just put it on the iPad and like rip it or something through the Mac or something. Oh, I could probably put together some. Do you want some montages? She wants montages. Someone has the CDs I bought for the montages, so I'll stick to the CD booklet. You want some DVDs? We were going to test the DVD burner on the PlayStation 2. If that's something you'd be interested in. Whatever you do, don't do Cornelia Street. Please don't. Please don't. I dare you not to do Cornelia Street. I dare you strong. Oh, double dog. Double dog there. Are you sure? It was a fun album. Now, we're talking, when we're really talking the head starts and the effect of the head starts and the head starts people don't know about. Yeah. Well, I guess they can be people too if they have to. All I know is we went to Golden Corral and my dad was worried about the price on my birthday. Yo. I mean, I'm getting some Joe Dirt vibes here, Dad. Like, what the heck? Oh, man. So the year they moved out, my birthday that year, I got 2 steaks for $8 something. Or they were like 18 a pop, I think. What were they? For less than $20, I got a lot of steak. I dug a hole in the backyard. I put a camping grill over it. And I was like, I'm just going to cook. This is my birthday. I cut these branches. I want to know what this tastes like again. Right? I haven't gone camping. Not for a lack of trying, getting licensing, all that stuff. Did it. But then when I get my fishing license or anything, nobody does anything. Nobody calls. Nobody nothing. So I was like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. Like, you guys don't actually want to do anything. Your bodies are busted up. You're making it better by sitting around the house. It's like I knew my mom was going to miss my wedding. And then I'm just looking at these old goofs. Like, turn around. Have a water. Like, turn around. Eat some cottage cheese. Stop producing cottage cheese. Does she need workout routines? Like, what did you promise her? She's like, she's concerned you haven't noticed that she wears clothing now. And she likes to shake it still. But, fully covering my body. These yoga pants aren't too tight and suggestive. No, they're not. They're like, but I could see how, like, the skinnier girls, like, they just put it on, and they're like, I'm instantly hot. Yeah. No. They're just as desperate as you. Don't, like, take your shirt off around the portion of your bottom that your shirt should be covered. What is this? I'm going to hit you like a 10,000 Caitlin Clarks. What are you doing? Making fun of her immature lyrics while she is immature while working at that store might have lit a fire in her butt, especially if people who know people in Nashville be talking. I don't know. Yeah, that's Jub Jub flying in for a landing. Where's my little Jub Jub? Well, they resemble flamingos more than vultures. Oh man, no. Some of the character creation, the monsters and stuff in 11, because even in 12 and some things, there's nothing like this game. It's copy pasta in 14, like in ways you just don't get. No, because that's some serious that's like honoring Tupac throughout hip hop if you try, right? I don't have time. I think it's all a CIA ploy to break my resolve, to find my reserves. And his reserves are unnerved and unheard of. And I don't have a computer to run a pirate game, so not Corsair though, right? Is that the roll of dice bust decks? No, man, she don't want that. She's like, no filters. I want your RNG. I want to see your RNG. I want to see how happy you get when you are suppressing words that define your love for me. I want to see your RNG. What? You can't, because too often I bring out the devil inside of you that brings out the devil inside of me type of RNG. I'm like, do you know how to, like, let go of the trigger when you finally hit your mark? Is that what you... Is it the RNG? You're going to, like, how will you react to RNG this time? Potentiate, analogy, RNG, the way she wanna be. Pom-poms in the air for me. Really, you're not really mad though, are you? Oh no, I have to. She didn't believe me. I got them all in manila folders. In the right state of pain-free. The right state of wheezing. Wheezing the juice in the way that she remembers she might hear one old person in the days beyond his youth. She wanted proof. She wanted tender. She wanted to hit subtotal, and afterwards she was thinking this December, if he's opposed to the same types of lenders has a longer shelf life. Welcome to the Lender's Plain Bagel of Bagels. Are you going to Disneyland, ma'am? Don't call her ma'am. She traveled in time twice to tell me that. Yeah, she still goes to the bar. She's like, hey, maybe we'll play Golden Tee. I'll catch you. I will find you. She's like, I saw that. Somebody showed me the shot you did on Golden Tee. What the heck is going on? Where? I'm like, where are you? Don't make me get good at something. Your dumb friend says, Buzz, I hate Buzz. Buzz are all good at all these things. Ugh. And I was like, all right. Your friend has dared me to not get good at anything until you think we want this. I don't box, I wrestle, kid, and you don't know how to do. You don't know how to do what I could do. But I could write it for you, and then you could, like, totally practice it and get better, right? Who is the Head Start for, really for? Her and all are stupid. Man, some of you girls are mean. The boys are going to let Fight Club stand. But anytime they think there's a rule, you have to come clean about it. You can keep the rules a secret, but the Girl Fight Club has really gotten out of hand. All they're doing is asking a very specific group of girls, what have they learned from his, what do you call it? The exegesis of my mom. I'm like, that girl sits there like writing in a firelit cavern hieroglyphics of how to not make another him, because, well, he's not broken, but I thought he would be way more in love when he got to Pittsburgh. She likes halfway there. Every time she changes the way it sounds when it's almost there. Even if it sounds deranged while it's proving that it's not unprepared. But he'll get on his knees just because I don't actually have time to beg, so I'll do all of that on two bent legs, and she could be like, okay, I think I got enough working eggs. Yeah, but there was nothing, I don't know. The other one is still like the true like writing prompts where it's like if I could write small enough, legible enough to put on hundreds of sticky notes, I like a month. No, like full, like Charlie in a month. I just need to make. I just need to make sure I make a very smart decision with where I live. No one doesn't have room for a hobby that would allow me to go crazy with that. No. It had compartmentalization of the actual psychotic nature and then the other stuff that I'm already working on. Like she's like he needs fidget spinners and it's kind of like yeah, it's like no. I need letters, numbers, information flying across the screen, keeping me on topic for once. I'm like, I got raised by the EIB radio. What kind of psychopathic machine do you think you went through time to find? What? She wants to hit big with something that she trusted that I would turn into. She's got the network for all of it. I got it. I was like, your dreams should only involve you. Next time. Good grief. It should be, yeah, easy as sending an email like, I need you to play guitar at my wedding now. I'm like, that's fine. Get on that dream. What the heck are you doing this whole time? It took that long to get the pilot, like, black, green-lit, like... I was so exhausted by the time I got confirmation. That's all. It's like, what are we talking about if we're at the gym? I gotta make sure you know that I know how to swim. I gotta make sure that you know how I know how to win. But I'm pretty antsy like a child. She's like, Merry Christmas. Please smell less wild. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, but that's the second song. Word association bingo, but with songs and playlist. And then all the losers have to listen to the winning bingo person's playlist 5 times a day at work. Did you fall asleep again? You didn't hear that last part? No, nothing. Did he find someone to throw in the middle of that hand tattoo he's got going? You know, like, there's, like, a lot of games like that we play in the past where it's like, this game gets prettier every time the resolution grows on the computer screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, the better your computer screen gets for this game. And this is without mods. Oh, I would love to have a rig for mods. I'm not worried about it right now. We're on a very populated server, so let them get their items. So you've got, like, they made a place you want to go. So if you're making a video game right now, someone has to start drawing a place that they want to go. And the musicians have to be writing something from a place they want to be stuck in. You want to be stuck there. You want to be told in whatever scenario that the music you're making for whatever situation is like. You want the music to be rewarding you as you think you're getting better at surviving whatever challenges that the game makes. I want a GTA level, like, there's enough assets in place that if they made GTA episodic, where in this particular scenario, you go into every single building in this chapter. Once you hit open world, though, it's like, you're not allowed. Or it would be endgame featured. So if you wanted to, like, bridge the gap between MMOs and GTA, it's straight up. No, like, straight up. You would be like, no, what's Ant-Man? Ant-Man's too cute to turn this down, right? So you'd be like, no, I'm not joking. You throw Ant-Man into GTA 6, and for the first 6 months of beta, it is a choose your own adventure where people, like, vote on the scenarios he's going to face every possible 9 yards from what he's dealing with right now. Because anyone who's ever lived downtown anywhere, it's like, all of this is happening right now. Yeah, but you use it to, like, craft a story better. You use those beta moments. So then everyone gets to enjoy that. And then when the game actually launches, you have a set story that you were really going for. But it takes place in this neighborhood, not the beta neighborhood. The beta neighborhood, though, will have some end game that will be... It's the Quantum Break thing, where they tried to integrate, like, your choices in this mission specifically gave you this video, this video, this video. Yeah, but it never worked properly on my Xbox. Generation 1, Xbox One? No. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I downloaded it 50 times. It was a worse nightmare than The Last Remnant not playing properly on my Xbox. And then now no one can own it on Steam because they were doing a remaster for consoles. I was like, you guys have got to... No, and I have it on my Steam. I hate video games. I hate copyrights. I hate this. I hate that. I do not hate life. I do not hate women. I do not hate having to admit that sometimes other people are right and I'm completely wrong. But this game specifically, only looks more real every time you add more finer pixels. And you're like, no, I still want to go there. I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to do it here. I want to be at peace with everyone else here while being at peace with everyone else here. I don't get the option, all of that, but I'm also commanded to be at peace with all men. As best I can. Governing authorities, yada yada. So I don't say much about nobody other than I know. But yeah, but the whole thing's the plantation now. And the blue voters, I don't have enough fed free channels to tell the blue voters what they should really think. The writing in GTA 5 was like almost perfect on the TV channels. There was one day where I just sat and watched the TV for about 3 hours until it finally started repeating. And I was like, this feels just like Columbine, where there's way more questions than answers. What's more beautiful is I actually look forward to when he's on break, because we can be rowdy and write something if we have to. And I don't miss half of the bad words that haven't fallen out of my mouth since I got here. I'm not good at opening the bottle. But you just rotate. If it's a really good seal on the bottle. So we're right now. I think the only primary objective is I haven't used Invincible Shield for any amount of time. They gave me I want to find. So she knows Ayame and how she works, right? Super powerful, and I haven't actually thought about the implications if you actually build around yourself getting haste and really fast attack time. And you pair it with some of the other things. But like right now, it's set up if you do rock, paper, scissors, tic-tac-toe. You can make a party of NPCs carry a naked person to 99 in less than a 4-day weekend, and I'll start it on the 4th day so that I can prove it by getting to my real weekend again. And I want to hang out with Austin's dad, so don't even come at me. If you cut your hand just to get me to say something like that, I will straight up obliterate you. They're like, yeah, I cut my hand, and the guy you told me who could rap really fast, he gave me real dad vibes. Yeah, you should have married him like forever ago. There's no reason he should be hanging out with us weirdos. Can you be honest with me? Do I stink? Both he and Noah. So he's a new dad. He is exhausted. I have no idea how to strengthen him up. Like I'm not working on anything now. So maybe I might be better at this. No, but it was the first time that two of the kids. No, cuz I think even Andrew's not like comedic funny. Dude, when they talk about football, I'm like, all right, I am there. She knows. I watch my morning show. I root for my hometown. And I pray to God that somehow she gets a ridiculous sign that day, like, I'm coming for you, but I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on. Like Cornelia Street? Yeah, you had your Spanish Twitter. I had Spanish on my arm. I don't know if I had it yet. I was like, there's this girl walking with her mom. I was like, I'm a time traveler. The girls have already pulled the trigger on Hot Tub Time Machine. So here's your lover's CD in a parking lot. It was like the deluxe Goofy edition. Like it would look like, like the old DVDs. There might have been a DVD. Yeah, because I listened to the deluxe and I was like, what did I give that girl? No, she got like 2 free coaching segments from Taylor on like the last 2 tracks. I was like, I just gave this to some random girl with her mom. I was like, you don't speak English. You're allowed to have this. I was still mad at Allie. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what you did. I rightfully called her an idiot. But as I was saying it, I was like, is she getting attracted? She better not be getting attracted. Like, this is the only thing I can say to her. She hands me that cork. No. So she hands me that cork, and I'm like, this is the type of girl. Every one of these girls is the type of girls to be like, I could totally heal on Summoner, and then they fall asleep in the dunes on you. You're like, great. Found another winner, right? Yeah. Like a winner would go get some caffeine so they don't fall asleep before dark. Young lady. I don't know. I actually want to do a test where we don't have caffeine, and I'll tell you why one day. But not on the internet. Anyway. No, I need to grab some utility, though. I had an idea for, like, a coffee table that I make. It's a very stupid idea. Yeah, out of the Tongue and Groove. No, I'm not. It's not a secret idea. It's a stupid idea. Yeah, so, like, no. Yeah, but with the chop saw, I can actually at least make indentations without being dangerous to anybody or myself. So I need a microphone in a specific spot. I'm not even joking. I need to be able to sit on the floor more and sprawl out like a kid. We're at the stage where I'm like, this is how old I am, and I'm sitting Indian style. Don't say Indian style. I'll say Indian style just so everyone who hasn't heard me talk in a while says, oh, he said Indian style. He's still him. He's wheezing a bit. It's the Lost Mary. I told her I'd actually be high this time. I don't know. Every bad trait, they thought it was that night. I was like, that's fine. This is going to get complicated, too, because, yeah, so when I added her on Facebook, I was like, I'm going to add her on Facebook. I know. 10,000 friends. Yo, redacted, how many friends you got? She hit 10,000. Redacted, how many friends you got? You heard what I said, 10,000, right? He's like, not 10,000. I didn't have 10,000 friends. Nobody had 10,000 friends. I've played guitar and sang for 10,000 people live on radio, but having 10,000 people interact with you and go, I want to know where this one's going. With a body like that, how would she get to heaven? No, I mean, yeah, everybody's acting like this is like, everything is satisfactual. Yeah, but only when I'm skinny and muscular again. Then everyone's like, oh, yeah, no, totally. Whoa, you let her see this before? Yeah, I couldn't breathe. I got this skinny before and I couldn't breathe. That's all. I was going to hit a specific amount of weight, not to freak anyone out, from my sophomore year, and that's it. And then I was just going to get really big and scary again. But she needs an explanation for everything. Longevity. There's conflict. No, like we could do a census in Vanadil and be like, somebody has to go to Windy. I'll go to Windy on the next serious character. There's conflict, there's conquest, there's the Shadow Lord in the Shadow era. I want to do all these things, and I want her to be like, the moment she wants to do them, all we need to know is that there's beer in our fridge and dessert. I'm not incapable of making sure that the very thing that got her to be responsible and methodical in the first place is the very thing she's sick of it. She wants to puke. I can't do another mile. I can't climb another step. And how come you won't run? Because if I talk as fast as I can run when I finally choose to pick up a gun, you will be right there. We will both be mic'd up. You will get something nobody gets. But you're not. So I have no urgency other than direct communication through the Gregorian slave system known as the calendar. The Grecs didn't invent the calendar. They just invented the gang. The icebreaker for the gang. Asians are allowed. That was the inspiration in the first place. What? I could probably still pick him up with one arm. What does she want? I said, follow your dreams, but don't kill me in the process. You don't jump into a 300-pound man to catch a frisbee. It's not one of your tallies. But that's how things started. It was like a punch card for the bad behavior. Now I'm looking at the punch card for good behavior at Boston's. Oh, come on. Funny. She's too funny. Man, you guys better be best friends after this. Yeah, like, no, if I need her killed, I'll call you, and vice versa. Gotcha. He's like, I need you to kill me, then my wife. Can your wife do that? I don't know how much you paying. I was like, she doesn't survive if I have her do it. What if I tip you to surprise me? And I'm like, is this some kind of creepy pact where you guys were like, if we break up with each other, it should have been like maybe we both deserve hell. And then he like meets one blonde person that I checked out for him already. I was like, this one's hot. Fly out to Phoenix. Fly out to DC. It's like, I don't know what he wants. Like, that's your problem. You're assuming I'm a heathen like her target audience out here. I'm just your backup. I'm everything everyone already said you were guilty of. Like, I know. Calm down. The problem is I come to this game is still where I wasn't. When you don't get listened to, you go back to a place where you, for a short time, were listened to. Yeah, but then we all had that fight in Whitegated on every server. I'm crouched in my bedroom like a baboon. Obama is coming down the pike. And it's like the liberals like shook their genitals in our face in a video game that we just don't talk that stuff around here. And I was like, don't worry, Tarzan will vine swing your favorite pieces of media at the pace and repetition he chooses. I've seen your work with sharks and Discord mates who weren't listening to me when I had good ideas. You cannot be that mean to any of my friends because it might give their wives an idea of how to scream at them. Those two specifically don't need to be screamed at. I have learned that from him, and he's so much like him, I assume we just don't scream at those two. I'm thinking this on the balcony as I'm sweating, and I've had too many Ghost Pepper, Carolina Reaper. What was in what was in the whiskey? Whew. Yeah, and then Alex has a perfect memory. No, like he's taking notes of the whole campaign. And he's presenting it like Anchorman. And he's got all these cool like Legend of Zelda and Nintendo type tattoos all over his arm. Yeah, but there's a point where your crappy tattoos need to be the inspiration for kids to be like, I might go to school, but for now, I'm going to get really good at Super Mario 3. Because I heard about Boyo. He hadn't even seen, like, Boyo's probably like, oh, yeah, no, you just break dance through the levels. My cousin, we're playing it was at the house. Everyone got in the wreck in that house. That house. I think it was before the wreck, but the Nintendo, she played till the very end and then didn't want to beat it in front of me. But she did I think she went through the whole game. Dana. And she was like, she looked at the time. She did such a Mexican mom thing. Oh, the video game system is too hot. We must let it cool down. And I was like, all right. It'll work great with my pizza joke. But I'm more mad that I don't, like... No. The women in my family, very good gamers. Never break dance on the video game system. I remember the very first time I drove Mario. It was at the theater in the parking lot for Target. There's a thrift store and a failed bowling alley over there right now. I wanted to buy the bowling alley and try to make it real. But whatever, right? So the first time I ever played Mario was awful. It also cost a quarter, so you have to be better than that, young man. So it's just, I know. If it's Jungle Book, it was the same day my dad fell asleep for the first time in the movie theater while I was he's working overtime, probably at that time to pay for Christmas, right? It might even be the year he lost his wallet on Christmas Eve out in public. And everything just works out. Now I'm pretty sure like she settled on that credit card debt a couple years ago. But I'm pretty sure grandma came to the rescue for stuff like that. It's like such an alarming rate. And I was like, yeah, it was one of those things that was like, I know, I don't know. I'm waiting for the pizza to cool off. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. I can't believe you forgot you were hanging out with your son on a dude's night. I don't want to watch a boring TV show. I don't know. Like, what if I roasted him before I just ate the whole pizza? So it's in there, but it's not even that big of a deal. No, because the whole time I'm psychoanalyzing my mom, just being like, how could you treat this dude this way? Every single day, that's all I ever thought. I was like, all you do, you're like, this dude literally, like, you go into the stadiums, you go into the modern stadiums, you go in there, you go to whatever half of the airport he built. I guarantee you the half of the airport he built is the one portion of the airport that isn't spiritually wrong. Everywhere where the ductwork is connecting, I bet science could prove it. That's what I thought of the man I was always trying to be like as I grew up. Everything that he built made downtown less evil. Science might be able to prove that. I went downtown with church friends, and I felt sick to my stomach. Truly sick to my stomach for the heart of the city. When you came into my life, downtown seemed to be fabricated to resemble anything. Then I visit your downtown, and I go, this is a clean version of my city with 50% more black people. Don't at me. This is a portion where you could scream exception, not the rule. Because I just want to make sure that when you're driving off a cliff, you're saying really awesome things on the way down. I want you in a shipping crate like Dumbo, airdropped in front of Nick and Cindy's house, carrying Brugger's bagels. But we don't always get what we want for Christmas.